Alright, should be live. Fire up DOSBox. And hopefully everything's working.
Space. The final
Hi,
frontier.
Zany.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its mission? To explore strange new worlds, to discover new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Alright. So anyway, we're on the last mission of this great old Star Trek game. And
Human world.
so as soon as we can load
Well, the
it.
Enterprise's primary mission is peaceful
Captain Patterson
Libre
reports
Quest,
the
hey, how
Republic
you
is in
doing there?
position and
Nice.
ready to begin.
Thanks for stopping in and chatting in the chat for the algorithm. Alright, so anyway, the last game I saved right before, I saved at the end of the last mission so we could actually see this entire mission. So let's see if I remember what I gotta do here. Because otherwise, oh, thanks for telling me the sound's good. Cool.
The connector snaps into place.
The last time I started out muted. Come on, let's get this. So I wanted to start this mission from the actual beginning instead of getting
Welcome to Solid Operations Center.
because you can't really save the game until after you get the mission briefing, so
Welcome to Solid Operations Center.
A launched missile.
yep. And that's the end of that mission.
Kirk
And
to
now-
Enterprise, how are the transporters, Scotty?
They're operational again.
Bring us home.
Alright, so now we'll start the last mission. There's one more mission and a space battle. And I think,
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report.
I think I know how to get through this one.
And evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points.
alright, so here we
Mission,
go.
Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Hard to believe that Earth came so close to the brink itself.
Vulcans too. Both in the end looked
Yeah.
into the abyss and came to the only logical conclusion. Logic? Humans?
Alright,
I'm dreaming, Jim.
so here we go.
Sometimes it is harder and braver to make peace rather than war.
Sounds like emotion had its part to play in a positive sense, too.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to bid an emotional goodbye to Alpha Proxima myself.
Take us out of orbit, Mr. Silver.
And of course the CD-ROM version is voice acted by the original actors. Alright, here we go. Here we're gonna start.
Vengeance.
It's been windy. It's been a
Captain's log.
windy week.
We are arriving at the
And we
last
had
known
snow.
position of the USS Republic, which reported that it was under attack 12 hours ago.
Captain, the ship's sensors have picked up what appears to be a starship. Minimal life support, minimal engine power, and only 2 life forms. One on the bridge, the other
So
in
I haven't been able to make any videos last week because
It is the Republic.
it's just been, the wind was making too much noise. And it just like blows stuff all over the place. 30-mile-an-hour
Spock, come with me.
wind
Mr. Scott,
sustained.
you have the com.
I am preparing an information packet for Starfleet. Shall I send it or wait for you to return it?
Send it now. If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24.
Oh, what's our other
Wait
choice?
until we get back. No sense giving Starfleet incomplete information. Send it
Choice
now.
1.
If a hostile ship arrives, head immediately for Starbase 24.
And we automatically transport onto this ship.
My God, Jim, what kind of butcher would do something like this?
I don't know, boss. We're too far from the Klingon and Romulan borders for it to be one of their ships.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk.
Kirk here, what is it, Scotty?
We picked up a distress signal. It appears a trading vessel is having a wee bit of trouble with their warp drive. What condition is the Republic in?
It's a mess, Scotty. Life support's functioning, but that's about it.
I've done a primary scan of the Republic's systems. Main and auxiliary power is out. Life support is stable. I also read that communications are operable.
Should we bring you back, Captain?
Do the sensors read any other ships in the sector?
Besides the trade vessel, this sector is clear, sir.
Mr. Scott, we will continue here. Assist the trade ship and return here. If we need assistance, we'll contact you.
You sure you'll be all right, Captain?
Yes, Scotty, just don't take too long. Kirk out. Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Jim, don't forget. There's another survivor on board. We've got to find him.
Alright, so first, let's go ahead and check out these passengers.
We're too late. This man must have died just a few moments ago.
Can you
Okay.
bring him back?
Punctured lung, nerve damage, brain damage, fractured arm and ribs. It's a miracle he lasted as long
The
as he
snow
did.
day was weird. It
He's
had
not
3
coming back
seasons
here.
that day. It started out nice and sunny, and then all of a sudden the snow and clouds descended on us. And then it was bright and sunny again, and then we had wind season after that. It's like, what the heck? Okay, so what about this guy? They're all
They're
dead?
dead, Jim. All of them.
Alright, so let's check out the tricorder readings.
Tricorder readings indicate that the ship is running on minimal battery power. Only life support and essential systems are currently running.
What about over here? Is this giving us anything?
Records indicate that this ship was attacked by a Constitution-class starship.
Interesting.
Any idea of which one it was?
I am reading a record of the transponder signal, NCC 1701. It's the Enterprise, Captain.
Someone must have tampered with the computer records.
May I remind you, Doctor, that the main computer of a Constitution-class starship has safeguards against such an intrusion. Furthermore, I do not see any discrepancies in any of the files that I am able to access.
Did you ever watch Babylon 5? Babylon 5 was really, really good.
There are no more computer entries accessible from this station.
And the CGI for it was done on an Amiga.
Tricorder readings indicate
All
that
right.
the ship
So let's go ahead. We can't do anything else here right now. So let's go to the turbo lift. Yeah, and it's the original series. It's like between this and what's the next one? Judgment Rights, which is pretty much a game just like this. It's like the last missions of the last 2 years of the Enterprise. So we want to go to sickbay first. And let's look. And if you see here, no? Yeah. It highlights on this little doohickey.
This is a length of heavy-duty insulated power cable.
And what do we have
There
here?
is a twisted mess of wire and metal falling from the gaping hole in the ceiling. It is blocking access to Turbolift 2.
What? You have got to be kidding me. Now, Babylon 5 is really, really good. That is insane. Yes, I do have a P.O. box. And then there's also a there's a place in town that if it's not shippable by mail, if it's UPS or something like that, there's a place in town I can have it sent. That's insane. You got to be kidding me. Okay, so did I get this? Let's get this power cable. We'll need that later.
You've taken the cable.
And use the tricorder. I had a 3rd generation i5 laptop, but that thing burned itself up. what the hell. I'm gonna have to look up the zip code, but it's I dox myself all the time. Trace Piedras NM. I forgot the zip code. Let me catch the zip code real quick. I want to say it's 87579, but I've got 4 zip codes for different towns in this county in my head, and I want to make sure I get the right one. So let's see here. That's probably the best place to look. Let me make sure I got the P.O. box first right. Make sure I didn't get dyslexic on the P.O. box number. Well, here we go. There's the zip code. I got a piece of mail sitting right next to me. So let's see here. 87577. Yeah, I would have. I would have gave you the El Prado zip code if I had got it out of the top of my head. And I didn't get dyslexic on the P.O. box. Let me see. It stands for care of. It's actually my neighbor's P.O. box. There's I could buy a big box, but the normal size boxes they're out of at the post office, so I'm just sharing with my neighbor. You know what? I know at some point you just said something about donating 8 gigs of RAM, and I'm not ready for it yet. But since I was, and I haven't got my stimulus yet either, but I'm going to order the rest of the parts for my tower when I can. But I don't know, with an APU, I know 8 gigs would be plenty for just if I had a separate GPU, but with it doing everything, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to want to spend the money on the 16 gigs since it's going to be sharing with the graphics. Okay, what was I doing here? Oh, well, let's use Spock's. Well, wait. First, we got a dead guy here.
There's nothing more I can do.
But you got to be kidding me. That's insane. My God, thank you. Holy shit. Okay, so that guy's dead. Alright, tricorder.
The debris is highly unstable, Captain. I recommend we try to find a support of some kind to secure the ceiling.
So we got to do something about the ceiling. Is there anything else to look at here?
Nothing to report, Captain.
Alright, so let's go ahead and head into sickbay. And we're going to have to get to that other turbo lift, but we can't do that yet. Bones is
He's dead, Jim. I
tricorder.
can't bring him back.
Oh boy, that guy's dead. What have we got here?
I can't believe it. That's Brittany Murata. I knew her from my academy days. We studied alien history together.
Oh God. Yeah, I've
She's suffering from severe trauma and internal
I had
bleeding.
one of those
See
years
what I can
ago.
Do what you can, Bones. I need to find out what happened here.
do. She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her. but it
Drugs are
doesn't look
bad
good.
for the most part. That's about what I got to say about that. I've lost more than a few friends from those. Okay,
She's in bad shape, Jim. I've tried to stabilize her, but it doesn't look good. She's in bad shape, Jim.
all right.
She's in bad shape, Jim.
All right, can we talk to her?
No, you won't get us.
Murata, what happened?
They said it was the Enterprise. They had visual confirmation.
What about the Enterprise?
You killed us, Jim. We were friends. I trusted you.
It wasn't the Enterprise, Murata.
There's nothing more I can do.
All right, so all we know is some ship masquerading as the Enterprise. We got a couple things here on the table we can grab.
You pick up the empty hypodermic injector.
And another thing, what else we got?
You retrieve the medical drill.
Oh, medical drill. Okay. What is...
This is a laser drill.
A laser drill, all right. Is there anything else in here? No. So... yeah, it's just a laptop mic. It's this cheap Dell laptop mic. And I've got a 250 gig SSD and a 500 gig hard disk drive. Of course, the 500 gig hard disk drive I'm using for backup right now. But I'm getting ready to switch those over, my backup over. I've got another 500 gig laptop hard disk drive that I'm probably going to start using for backup. Alright, so I think we're done in here. Back to the turbo lift.
Well, gentlemen, let's see if we can re-establish power.
Yeah, I just got a cheap $50 master oven. I know they call them master coolers, but the cheap $50 master oven case. And then I took a Dremel to it where the fans are and cut those out so that actually thing can actually flow some air. Boy, it was restricted. Oops, that's not where I want it to go. Auxiliary control. We can't get to engineering because...
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
Right. I guess we don't got no choice than to go to auxiliary control. Look. Well, first of all, let's check this guy. Let's make sure this guy's dead, even though we know he is.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
All right. What do we got? Oh, there is something
A
there.
molecular saw. The 23rd century equivalent of a hacksaw.
All right.
This is the maintenance panel for the auxiliary control room door.
Well, let's get this hacksaw.
You retrieve the molecular saw.
And now let's get some tricorder readings.
Tricorder indicates that the panel is currently sealed by Federation standard molecular bonding cement.
Well, I think let's use the laser drill on that.
The drill easily breaks through the seal of the panel.
Alright, so we can open the panel. So let's...
The panel opens easily.
Alright, and...
The debris is jammed in too tight.
Alright, so we got some debris in there. So I think we're done here for now. I just can't believe the, depending upon where you get it, the Ryzen 3400G varies from $248 to $300. And it was $150 back in December. And then, of course, I wanted to get an RX. I was also thinking maybe the 6-core 12-thread chip and an RX 580, which was a $200 card back in December. They want $700 for an RX 580 now. It's like, okay, I'll just overpay for the APU. Maybe next year I'll get a GPU. Who knows when prices will get back to normal. Hell, if I could have got everything back in December, even with an APU, it would probably been $200 cheaper to build the damn computer that I got the motherboard and case and fan sitting here now for. Okay, we're going to go back to the bridge because we're going to use that hacksaw. Because if we look here...
A common tritanium duranium support beam which has snapped away from the hull.
Alright, so let's use the modern hacksaw. Oh, there it is. And get that.
The molecular saw easily cuts through the beam.
And when I saw RX 580s was going
It's a little heavy, but you
for
manage
$700, I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm absolutely not even thinking about getting a GPU. Alright, we got that beam. Let's get out of here. Thank you. And go back to this hallway. And we can use that beam to support the ceiling. I don't know if we just... Nice. And we'll use our phaser, now that the beam is supported, the ceiling is supported, to get rid of that junk.
The ceiling appears stable. We should now be able to use Turbo Lift 2, Captain.
Alright, Turbo Lift 2. Go back to walk over there to Turbo Lift 2. Alright, so where can we go from here? We got transporter room, the weapons bay, engineering. Let's go to engineering. What the heck?
Captain, I'm picking up a functioning energy source in the immediate vicinity.
I'm missing something somewhere. Maybe not. Alright, so let's
A rather large pile of debris.
I'm picking up a high energy power source somewhere under the debris. I recommend caution, Captain.
Alright, let's save the game.
Save new game. Too many games saved. Replace or delete a previous game. Save new game. Replace previous game. Delete previous game. Cancel. Delete
Alright, let's
previous
delete. Let's delete that one.
Save new game.
And we'll just call this one Ven for short for vengeance. And let's blast that debris away.
Oh my God, Jim, is that what I think it is?
Yes, Doctor. It is a portable fusion power pack.
A few centimeters lower with that phaser and half this section would be history, not to mention us.
Actually, Doctor, 3.2 centimeters. And based on our proximity to the explosion and the angle of the beam.
Thank you, Spock. I think we get the point.
Alright, so let's grab that.
You pick up the portable fusion power pack.
And head back into... And head into
You
engineering.
fail to obtain
Whoops.
anything.
We want to not grab the door, walk to the door. Alright. Where is that other... I'm missing a cable. I need to find a power cable somewhere.
This is a junction box used for temporary rerouting of engineering circuits.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Alright, so I need to find another power cable somewhere. Hanging out. Well. Let's see if... Open up this cabinet. Right?
The closet opens, revealing a library of engineering technical journals.
We'll get those.
You take the engineering technical journals.
And get the, what is this? We'll get...
The oil canister is bolted to the hull and can't be taken.
Alright. That's fine. We'll go ahead and fill the hypodermic up with that. Use the hypodermic on the oil canister.
The hypo is now filled with multipurpose oil.
Okay. Well, we do have one cable, so we might as well hook it up.
Nothing happens.
What?
You connect a length of cable between the impulse engine and the junction box.
But we need another cable. Is there anyone around? Let's see. Is any of this stuff?
This was the engineering section of the USS Republic. This was the engineering section of the USS Republic.
Alright, so we need to find another power cable somewhere. We got the oil.
These ladders are used when turbo lifts are unavailable. Unfortunately, it is blocked by debris and a small smoldering fire.
Alright. Get out of here. Come on. Come on. Next screen. Oh, come on. Where does it want me to click? Thank you. Let's try to go to the transporter room and see what happens. Oh, there's our cable. Right there.
You pick up a length of cable.
Nice. And there's another dead guy. Let's make sure.
They're dead, Jim. All of them.
Alright, back to engineering. And hook up the other cable.
You connect a length of cable between the regulator circuits in the junction box.
Alright, so now...
Please select an impedance.
Oh boy.
Spock? Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactor
Hey, there's
to melt
Sleepy
down.
Eyes Vince.
We will have to do some research
Welcome to the
determine
chat
correct
and
setting.
stream. What'd Spock say?
Please select an impedance.
Spock?
Captain, the wrong setting on this particular device may cause the fusion reactors to melt down. We will have to do some research to determine the correct setting.
Alright, so we can't turn power on yet, so here we go. Back up to auxiliary control. Oh, come on. Come on, I want out of this room. I'm stuck. There we go. Where are we going? Oh, auxiliary control. So, it's going to tell me
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
Alright, so I'm going to have to go to sick bay or the sick bay area first. Yep. And then I can go into this other turbo lift. And auxiliary control. This is cool. I don't know, there's this I like the old Enterprise with the round nacelles. Alright, so now we got lubricant in the hypodermic. Let's see what we can do here now.
The oil seeps into and loosens the debris.
Nice. So we should be able to open that door now.
The gears are completely cleared of debris.
Alright. Does that mean we can go through the door? It sure does. Alright, auxiliary control. Actually, where's Spock's tricorder? There we go.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to move under her own power.
I remember when this game came out, I was using my uncle's IBM PC compatible, and the clock speed on that old Packard Bell was a whopping 16 megahertz. And it wasn't slow. It wasn't like the fastest thing going, but it wasn't slow either, I don't think, back in like 1991, 1992. It's like, holy cow. What do we got here?
This input-output slot for the record decks is still functional, Captain.
Uh-huh. And what do we have here?
Nothing to report, Captain.
All right, we'll look around. What do we got here?
The impulse power allocation controls are functional, but there is no power available, Captain.
Yes, we know. And what do we have here?
Mr. Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
There is extensive damage to the main processing unit of the ship's computer. It will take several days at a starbase to repair.
We don't have several days, Mr. Spock.
Unless we can find a suitable computational alternative, there will be no way to control the ship's systems.
That's just great, Spock. We don't exactly carry an M5 computer in our inventory.
Correct, Doctor. However, there may be another alternative. Linked tricorders, along with the circuits in the data reader, should have the processing power necessary to control a single starship system.
Thank goodness for parallel processing. I don't know what computers could do without it.
All right, let's see. What do we got here? What is it? There, it looks like something.
These are Federation standard record decks.
Well, let's get that.
You take the record decks.
And put the... Okay, first, let's... I don't know which is which. But...
Captain, I have examined the engineering journals. According to Chapter 18, we can run...
Jim, do we really need a lesson in starship engineering?
Spock, just tell me if they will help.
Why, yes, Captain.
Alright, I think Spock knows. Hey, I'm going back and playing this game now, and I think it's good enough. I might go ahead and, I've had enough fun with it. I might go ahead and get judgment rights. But I want to get busy on finishing my Dark Forces 2 playthrough first. So these are the other ones.
Captain's log, stardate 6087.6. The Republic is currently approaching the Vardian system. Sensors have detected unusual energy fluctuations near one of the Vardanian moons. Starfleet has ordered us to investigate. Captain's log, stardate 6087.8. We are under attack by 2 unidentified ships. I don't know how they could have approached undetected. They must have some kind of cloaking device, although there are no reports of Romulans in this sector.
Nothing happens.
Oh, no. Get out of the way, Kirk. So I think there's more of these records.
Nothing happens.
What? There we go.
Captain's log, stardate 6088.1. We have successfully driven off our assailants. Major damage has been sustained by our warp engines. Communications has reported that USS Enterprise is in sector. I requested Mr. Scott's assistance in repairing damage to the Republic. With luck, we will be fully operational in a couple of days.
And I think we got one more time.
Nothing happens.
If I click on the right spot.
Captain's log, stardate 6088.5. First Officer Andrade commanding. The Enterprise has inexplicably opened fire upon us. Captain Patterson has been mortally wounded. We have sustained major damage to all systems. Impulse power is out. We cannot understand why.
There are no more log decks, Captain.
Well, that is interesting, and we know it wasn't us. Because, well, we just know. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and do this again, just to make sure.
I have memorized all pertinent data, Captain. There is no need to re-examine the journals.
Alright, I think Spock knows what impedance to set this thing at now. So let's go ahead, go to engineering, and get it fired up. So, let's see, we want to go to the sick bay. We want to head down this turbo lift, go here first. Then we can go into the next turbo lift. And we can get to engineering. Oh, and we can have Spock set the impedance now.
Please select an impedance.
Spock? Captain, the information obtained from the engineering journals indicates the correct impedance setting to be 19,000 ohms.
Go ahead and adjust the settings, Spock.
Power has now been restored, Captain.
And look at that, engineering is alive. Alright, we got power restored this far. I don't know, man. I can't even imagine what it was like, what it's like for kids today, because it's the world is so different than it was when I was growing up. Like when we first saw Star Wars in 1977, no one had ever seen anything like that before. You couldn't compare it to nothing. And just all kinds of stuff. I mean, we had Star Trek and Lost in Space, but it just didn't compare. Oh boy, let's see if I can get out of here this time. Oh, come on. It's going to make me find the perfect spot. Come on. Thank you. Alright, so let's see. We're in engineering, so we got to go back to the sick bay area. back to the this other turbo lift. I'm boring. I just stick with Xubuntu. When I had more than one computer, I'd play around. Actually, this is the one I'd play around with, and play around with different stuff. Like I've tried Sabian, Clear Linux, Fedora, and it's just I actually ran Ubuntu Mate and Mint Mate for 6 months, and Mate almost got me, but I went back to the XFCE, and it's just like I'm used to the package manager and everything in Ubuntu. I don't really see no need to learn all that. Back to auxiliary control. Alright, I'm going to save the game again.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Yep, that one. Alright, so now we have power restored, so let's use these tricorders on the computer.
Spock crudely attaches the science tricorder to the computer console.
Yeah, it's pretty, but oh my god. I don't even want to talk about the sequel trilogy. I said The Force Awakens had me fooled when I walked out of the theater because it looked great, but then the more you think about it, the worse it gets. I get 8 megabits a second down and 2 megabits a second up. But I'm really, really rural. But I do have a good ping. I get about, I average about 20 milliseconds ping, which really surprises me. And before, I thought it was my internet speed that was causing me to drop frames,
Spock
but
crudely attaches the medical tricorder to the computer console.
Both tricorders are rigged into the main computer's central processing unit. We now have enough computational power to control a single ship's system.
oh boy.
Captain, look, an Alassi ship.
That ship was cloaked.
Fascinating.
Is that all you can say?
Captain, I suggest we try to raise the shields.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic.
Oh.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.
Well, how do I get you to raise the shields?
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.
There's nothing at the moment for me to do there.
Oh, how do I get him?
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.
Oh, how do I get you to raise the
Mr.
shields?
Spock, what is the status of the ship's computer?
The tricorders are currently operating at 12.69% less than normal computing efficiency.
Is this how we got the shields up?
With impulse power online,
Oh, here we go.
and the tricorders performing computer control,
Here we
I
go.
can divert power to
Weapons. Shields. Transporter circuits. Weapons. Shields.
Raise shields.
Shields are up, sir.
Captain, we are being hailed by the Alassi, Captain.
Put it on screen, Spock.
Well, if it isn't Captain Kirk. Fancy meeting you out here all alone in such a shabby starship.
What do you want?
You should be more civil, considering your enterprise is far away on a mercy mission helping that poor traitor.
It was a setup?
I can see why they made you captain.
I assume since you haven't blasted us to bits, you want something.
Why, yes I do. It seems you failed to give one of my associates some rather important information.
The Masada, I presume. You want the locations of all your imprisoned comrades?
Yes, Kirk. The Republic's computers will have the data just as your Enterprise would. I give you 1 minute to comply.
Just try and get it. You can't threaten me.
What's another
It will
choice?
take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks. Just try it. It will take time. The controls are smashed and the main computer's badly damaged. It will take hours to get power to the computer banks.
Maybe I should just pump a few torpedoes into your shields and check it out for myself.
The Republic will fall apart if you fire on us. Then you'll never get the data.
All right, Kirk. We'll do it your way. I would rather not kill you. Besides, as an old friend that wants to meet you, I give you 30 minutes. And remember, no tricks.
Captain, the main computer is far beyond.
Shut up, Spock.
30 minutes then. Kirk out.
All right. Spock have any ideas?
Fascinating. A cloaked Elassie.
I'm not one to overlook strategic implications, Mr. Spock, but we can save that for another time.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm on the mid-tier. There's another tier higher. I can't remember what the exact specs on it were, but I don't see much point in... It's good enough for me for what I'm doing at the moment.
These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no condition to
Yeah,
move
where's
them.
the weapons systems controls?
This is a standard input. This is a standard input.
So,
This is the impulse power allocation control. Indicators currently show all power diverted to the shields. The science and medical tricorders are jury-rigged to the remains of the Republic computer system. The science and medical tricorders are jury-rigged to the remains of the Republic computer system. The science and medical
all right, I'm going to save the game again. Oops, that's not...
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Yep. All right, so...
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to...
Weapons.
Captain, the Elassie can surely detect the lowering of our shields. They will undoubtedly try to board us if we lower them.
Cloaked Elassie. I wonder who the old friend they mentioned is.
I don't know, Bones.
Captain, do you suppose the Elassie might have used cloaking technology to project a false image of a ship the Republic would trust?
That is beyond the Elassie's capabilities, Ensign.
Well...
You get no response. You get no response.
All right, let's see here. We're up here.
Turbo lift access is blocked by an extremely high radiation level.
Okay, we can't go there, so let's go...
This turbo lift cannot reach that area of the ship.
Oh, okay, we gotta go here first. Take this turbo lift. I just can't believe how good the ping is. The speed And like I said, it's fast enough for me, but I'm impressed with the ping way out here. Yeah, I think the original floppy version, I don't think they did the voice acting, but I think the CD, I'm not sure on that though. All right, transporter room.
The transporter room appears to have escaped serious damage.
All right. Oh shoot, Spock don't have his tricorder. All right. Check it out, Spock.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. Captain, there is no power allocated to the transporter. This is the only access to the torpedo bay, Captain. This is the only access to the torpedo bay, Captain.
Alright, let's see if we can hook power up this way.
Spock, would it be possible to connect the fusion power pack directly into the transporter power circuits?
Fascinating. It can be done. However, the transporter will only be able to transport a single person.
Do it, Spock.
I missed doing something because we're supposed to, we're supposed to find out that the torpedo, we're supposed to, I'll bet we hail that guy and then he tells us, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's, but, oh well.
This unit is fully functional, but I do not see the logic in using it at this time, Captain. The Enterprise is out of range for transport.
Alright, I guess we're gonna have to find out. We got the transporter room functional though. Go back to the auxiliary bridge. So we gotta go back to here. And back to here. Use the hail Enterprise. Let's try hailing the
They're
Enterprise.
jamming all frequencies, Captain. We will not be able to contact the Enterprise.
Oh boy. Alright. Hail the Alasi.
Jim, since we do not have what they want, I don't think it's a good idea to contact them until we are able to defend ourselves.
Huh.
This is the impulse power allocation control. Indicators currently show all power diverted to the shields. The science and medical tricorders are this is a standard These are the auxiliary helm and navigation controls for the Republic. Though they are intact, the ship is in no... This is the Republic's auxiliary control room. It appears to be in better shape than the main bridge. These are the
hey, that guy's
helm
like,
and navigation controls for the Republic.
what is he, 80
Though
now?
They are intact, the ship is
He's
in
doing
good
good for his age.
Under her own power. This is the fire control
Oh, there we
for
go.
the photon torpedoes. A red flashing light is currently indicating a
There's
time
what
on the
I was
torpedo
looking for.
loading mechanism.
Captain, the torpedo loading system is malfunctioning. To clear it, we will have to physically examine the mechanism. Currently, all turbolift access to the torpedo bay is blocked by a hull breach. It is imperative that we get the weapons online.
Alright, so there's there's a piece of dialogue I was missing. So now we're ready to go back to the transporter room. Dun 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 dun. So next turbo lift. And transporter room. Alright, Spock. Let's send one guy.
Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been set to the photon torpedo loading bay.
He looks at you with a puzzled expression. He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
Huh.
I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain. I fail to see the logic in that action, Captain.
Alright, let's talk to this guy.
Ready for your orders, sir.
We don't have much time.
This is the only access to the torpedo bay, Captain.
Spock, please check out the transporter.
Transporter systems are operational, Captain. Coordinates have been set to the photon torpedo loading bay.
What the heck?
He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
Oh, let's click him on here.
He looks at you with a puzzled expression.
Oh, come on. How do I use this thing?
Ensign Keech, I want you to beam into the torpedo bay and unjam the loading mechanism. If you don't succeed, we'll all be on permanent shore leave in an Olassi
90.
jail.
Yeah.
I'll do my best, sir.
I thought I was going to say 90, but it's like, man, he's doing real good for 90.
Do it, Spock.
I've reached the torpedo loading bay, Captain. It's not too badly damaged, fortunately.
What's causing the malfunction in the loading mechanism?
The inner loading door is stuck in the closed position. Now, I can force it open, but when the loading cycle has begun, the room will lose pressure. We won't be able to beam back here again.
Do it, Ensign. We'll just have to gamble that the system doesn't jam again.
The door is open, Captain. I'm ready to transport back.
Beam him back, Spock.
All right. We got weapons online. Or we got the photon torpedo unjammed anyway. And so back to auxiliary control. Save the game again.
Save new game. Replace previous game.
Yep. Alright, so now let's hail the Olassi.
Well, Captain Kirk, I trust you and your valiant crew have retrieved the data I requested.
Not yet. We're having trouble accessing all the data files. Yes, we have. You'll have to beam over and get it, though. The computer subspace transmitter is out. Not yet. We're having trouble. Yes,
so
we have.
What we got to do
beam
here?
Over and get it, though. The computer subspace transmitter is out.
We're gonna trick him to lower his shields.
How convenient, Kirk. We'll beam over, but no tricks. My sensors read that only your shields have power. Lower them now.
We'll comply. Kirk out.
All right. So now.
With impulse power online and the tricorders performing computer control, I can divert power to
Weapons.
Yep, divert power to weapons.
Power allocated to weapons systems, Captain.
Sensors indicate that the Alassi ship has lowered its shields. I suggest we prepare your surprise soon, Captain. They will beam over any moment.
All right, Kirk. Fire those torpedoes.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Photon torpedoes are loaded and ready to be fired.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Photon torpedoes are loaded and ready to be fired.
Fire them.
Mr. Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Photon torpedoes are loaded and ready to be fired.
Do I gotta
Mr.
have...
Spock, what is the condition of the fire control system?
Oh, come...
Photon torpedo.
There we go. You gotta just click it in just the right spot. Nice!
Kirk, I should have known you'd try something underhanded like this. Weapons Master, fire all weapons on the Republic!
We can't, Captain. All weapon systems offline. Captain, the Enterprise is coming on high-speed approach.
Activate cloaking device, Kirk, until we meet again.
Not too soon, I hope.
Watch yourself, Captain. It may be sooner than you realize.
Enterprise to Captain Kirk. Are you safe, sir?
We're fine, Lieutenant.
Sir, we picked up another ship nearby, and we came as fast as we could. It appeared to cloak. Were you attacked by Romulans?
No, Ensign. It looks like the Alassi have been doing some business with them. Scotty, beam us back. We
Oh,
need to
boy.
find that ship that attacked the Republic.
Aye, Captain.
Well, they're obviously a military organization. But their mission, at least in the original series, is exploration and not war. But it's like captains and admirals and all
Its
that.
trail is leading us to the planet Bardane, a member of the Federation whose motives have not always matched the high ideals of other Federation cultures.
Captain, I did not expect to hear you judge an entire culture. I understand the Republic.
I had bad experiences with the Bardane long ago, Mr. Spock.
Fascinating. Captain, I am reading a Constitution-class starship heading for Bardane at warp factor 5.
Captain, its transponder codes match ours.
Sensors indicate it is an exact duplicate of the Enterprise, including hull markings.
Open hailing frequencies. Increased warp factor 8. Send a message to open hailing frequencies. Increased warp factor 8. Send a message to Starfleet. Open hailing frequencies.
Captain Kirk, this is the Enterprise 2. I am Dr. Ayaz Burdell of the Bardane Defense Force. You do remember me, don't you, Captain?
I remember you. 10 years ago, when I was on the Farragut, we exposed your unethical practices to the Bardane Council.
The old Bardane Council. Politics is such a fickle business. The new one is much less concerned with trivial concerns. I remember your part in my disgrace, which is why, when we began to construct our own Constitution-class ships, I insisted that we have our own Enterprise.
How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship? You have 10 seconds to lower your shields and power down your weapons, or we will fire. You won't get away with this. The Bardane can't honestly expect to take... How did you manage to build a Constitution-class ship?
Our intelligence network is better than yours, Captain. How else does one gather secret information?
You are a member of the Federation. You have signed Federation treaties.
And we shall break them. The Federation's interference in our internal affairs is intolerable.
You must have been building that ship long before the Turgan crisis.
Captain, all wars require justification. They aren't supposed to be fun. You have your justification and I have mine. Don't take diplomacy so seriously. However, Captain, I do intend to enjoy myself. I do intend to enjoy seeing Lieutenant Kirk's ship go up in flames. I shall laugh at the sight.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Bridell. I'm sure you would. You're a fool, Bridell. You can't defeat a trained Federation crew unless you... We'll see who gets the last laugh. You're a fool, Bridell. I'm sure you would. You're a fool, Bridell.
Let's try that one.
You can't defeat a trained Federation crew unless you...
I have noted that the Federation enjoys talking, Captain. You may talk yourself to your grave, Prepare to be destroyed.
Alright, first.
Save new game. Replace, delete, cancel, save,
Replace previous game.
Raising shields. Arming weapons.
Alright, here we go. The last battle. Which,
There are several
oh boy. I haven't even fired at that guy yet. The ship's, this is not good. Whoa, no, no, no. That's what I was looking for. Holy cow. Yikes. This is not good. I'm glad I... Ah! Alright, at least the warp engines are getting repaired. Okay, there's one. Let's see if we can get one of these guys anyway. Come on. Keep those repairs up, Scotty. Well, I at least damaged something. Oh boy. I'm gonna... Come on, Scotty, get those... Oh boy. Well, I lost that.
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously
It is janky as fuck. Yeah, let's try that again. I'll try this a few times.
Raising shields. Arming weapons.
At least I got a hit on it before the mother ship showed up this time.
There are several Velocity ships closing rapidly along with our swing. It seems Dell has called up reinforcements.
It is janky, this battle system. Ah. Oh, come on. Well, we're doing okay as far as... Where is this thing? Get on those warp engines, Scotty. Nice, nice. Ooh, got it with photons. Oh boy. Yikes. Come on, Scotty.
Aye, sir.
Let's speed up if we can. Oh boy, now we got more systems going down. Let's see here. Let's go over here. I can't even see them now. Alright. I'm going to try this like one more time. And it looks like
shields.
Arming weapons.
There we go. Come on.
There are several Elastic
Yeah.
ships closing rapidly.
Criminy. Oh, how'd I miss with those photons? That don't sound good. Alright, I am going. I don't want to go that fast. Let's slow down and see what happens.
Shields are falling. Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are offline.
Whoops, did I hit the wrong
Disarming
thing?
weapons.
No, I didn't hit.
Arming weapons.
Our weapons are offline. Our weapons are offline. The shields are falling. Our weapons are offline.
Well, you know what?
The Enterprise has been destroyed. Load a previously saved game.
I'm going to go
Restart
ahead.
to quit the game.
I am going to go ahead and win this janky-ass battle. I might play around, you know what, I might play around with the clock speed in DOSBox. I don't know. I'll figure out how to win this battle. And I'll make a video of this last battle. But you win this battle, and the game is over, and you've won it. So, but we got through the point-and-click adventure part of the game. Oh, you know what? One more time.
Previously saved game.
One more time, and then I'm going to call it. I'll make a video.
Arming weapons.
Oops.
Raising shields.
Come on. Come on.
There are several Elastic ships.
Yay, ha. Isn't that just wonderful? Oh, what do we want him to... Is that damage?
Aye, sir.
Yep. Alright.
Torpedoes repaired, Captain.
Nice. What is this?
Aye, sir.
Yikes. Get on those warp engines.
Aye, sir.
At least I hit something. Oh wow, I got 6 likes. That's cool. All right. So anyway, I'm back up here. I'm just came back up to say bye. And actually end the stream here on YouTube. I don't know what's up with this thing. It does about every 3 days. It just shuts down at random. And it doesn't seem, at first I thought it was getting hot or something, but it doesn't. Sometimes it's just, it's not even doing anything but like watching a YouTube vid, which doesn't, so I don't get it. It's just old and on its way out. But I don't want to take it apart until I have another computer as backup. I hate taking laptops apart. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Da-dum-dum-dum. And hit like, subscribe, share, ring that notification bell, and all that rot. See y'all later. Bye-bye. And I will get a video up of me winning that battle. I hope.